sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Vesta 67's workshop. Welcome to issue number 47 of Legends of Ferrari F1, the die-cast 1/24 scale model collection from our good old mates over at DeAgostini. Now, if you'd like to grab these for yourself and start this collection, head over to their website. There's a clickable link in the description below. And you too can be collecting these iconic Ferraris. This week we got the Ferrari 312 T3 from 1978, driven by Gilles Villeneuve. The eagle-eyed will notice that the picture on the front is actually a Torrio Mauriccio's Ferrari there. This is the one we're actually doing today. They made a boo-boo and put the wrong car on the cover, folks. So we are doing this one. Okay, folks? We'll have a quick look through this week's magazine. It says in 1978, Ferrari fielded another race car with a transverse gearbox. Ooh. The car, despite its somewhat conservative design, continuing the 312 T-Series, although equipped with new Michelin radial tyres, proved that it was up for the job. 4 victories and 2 pole positions were a great result, but the dominance of the Lotus 79, thanks to the ground effect, convinced Maranello's engineers to do a step further. Here we are, look at this. It does look rather beautiful, doesn't it? I must admit. I do like the look of this one. Like the little white stripe going along the side there, just breaks it up enough, doesn't it? But yeah, you can tell the ground effect era cars, though, folks, they're so low slung. Absolutely stunning looking. Had a good start there, it says. Rather splendid. Modified version there of the 312 T3. Also made its debut in the 78 season. Fairy tale ending in 1978, it says there. Give these magazines a read, folks. There is a lot of stuff in there that you can pick up. There's a briefing sheet there, all the specs of the car, and a lovely side view there. It says the Modena team there, it says, signed Villeneuve in 1977 as the season was coming to an end to make up for the bitter departure of Niki Lauda. Enzo Ferrari's decision surprised everyone, given the Canadian's almost zero experience in Formula One. His first races were not free of errors and accidents, partly due to his driving style, but everything changed in Montreal with his first victory. Still got his name on the start line as well. Bless. There he is himself, gunning round the corner there. You got a profile sheet there of Antonio Bellantani. He had become one of the company's most iconic figures. Very skillful mechanic. And there's Villeneuve smiling with Enzo Ferrari, the founder of the company. Was always very forgiving with the Canadian whom he hired, despite the fact he'd only ever completed in one Formula One race, folks. There you go. So that's the magazine done. Put that to one side and we'll bring in the model. And there she is, folks. Comes in a beautiful display case, as you can see. Ferrari badge on the side there. Ferrari 312 T3, Gilles Villeneuve, 1978, folks. Looking forward to this one. So we'll get this out of the case and then we'll bring it in and we'll have a look at what we got. And there we go, folks. Look at that. We'll give it its obligatory top-down view so you can see. And again, you got this beautiful sweeping curve on the front there of the nose. It looks very slender and pointed just there. Beautiful chrome front and rear wings. And coming up around very flat-sided sidepods there and a sharp cut straight across the top there of the engine and gearbox. And then obviously you got your big fat tyres going on the rear there. exhausts poking out. You've got your brake ducts just poking up here, the gold scooping down into where the brakes are. Front ducts poking out there. Look how close the wheels are to the bodywork. One thing I noticed, it's almost like an upper bid there, almost in reverse, isn't it? We'll just scoot that so you can see the side view there. And again, that classic wedge shape, straight up, down the side. And then the side skirts here that stick to the ground and pull the car down there. Neatly applied sponsor decals along the side there, perfectly straight. Do like that, I must admit. Obviously, the gold, silver and black there goes together well. You notice no branding around the tyres. Unusual, isn't it? There you go. Scoot it up underneath so you can see what's going on there. Got the exhaust pipes all exposed underneath there. One set scooting out over the top of the axle, the other set coming out underneath the axle there. Obviously the engine coming along there and the gearbox. Beautifully done. Flat floor there, but you've still got a gap between the floor and the skirts there. This is where the air cushion went underneath, a bit like an hovercraft in reverse, and it just pulled the car down to the ground. Very clever concept. And it did work like a treat. The only downside is if the skirts lost their adhesion to the ground, the car was quite uncontrollable then. It used to get a bit skittish. If you look from the top there, you can see the radiators there, where the air would come through and scoot up straight over the top here and push this down into the ground. Cockpit there with the dials and a roll hoop on the front and the back there. Manual gear lever down there on the right hand side. Linkage running along through the car. Wasn't fly-by-wire back then. It was all rods and linkages back in the day. Driver's harness there in the seat. Angular tub there, aluminium tub there. Bit of side impact protection there where all the radiators are, but still not a great deal. Wing mirrors, tried to sculpt that so that the air would scoot along the side and just give it a bit of shape. It's almost like this torpedo shape, beautifully done. Even though it's quite flat and angular, there's an elegance about the car that is quite fetching. Rear view there, you can see all the exposed exhausts and engine from the rear there and all the suspension linkages. Rear wing with a centre spar there, coming along with the end plates. Quite a basic rear wing design back in them days, but it was still effective, folks. And then you got your driver's eye view there, straight down over the nose. Must have been quite beautiful cars to drive, these Ferraris, I must admit. His name along the side there, Gilles Villeneuve. Does look rather elegant, doesn't she? And then obviously, if anyone sees this looming up behind them, it's, you know the music, folks, the Jaws music as the Ferrari driver approaches to overtake you. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful car. So there you go, folks. A little quick scoot round there. Gilles Villeneuve's Ferrari 312 T3 from the year 1978, peeps. Absolutely beautiful model, I must admit. It's going to take pride of place in the collection. Don't forget, folks, if you'd like to grab this collection for yourself, pop over to DeAgostini's website. There's a clickable link in the description below. You too can be collecting these. Also, to help me out, if you can just give little Fester a click in the corner there and subscribe to the YouTube channel, I'll be immensely grateful. Whilst you're there, give the bell a ring and select all. That way you'll get notified of future content. Thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye for now. Brum brum noises.